Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yeah, again this year for 2025 recap, I'm going to be using my goal planner. Yeah, and as usual, it would ask me how was the previous year, and let's open up to see what I wrote. So for 2024, I listed quite a few wins and also lessons learned. So I think one of the lessons learned here is that you'd fail probably a little time. People would come, people would go, but you must always be there for you to catch yourself and back yourself up. Don't get lost expecting anybody to do anything for you. Always be ready to stand in for yourself. Word. Okay, so let's just go on. So, first quarter. So one thing I love about this goal planner is that your goals are distributed or your goals are categorized into quarters. So you can like have your first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter. So let's start with first quarter. So January goals: build my starter, measure goal gap from last year, set new and uncompleted goals from last year, measure skill gap from last year, upskill and develop new skills, set Q1 expectation. So usually if you the thing is, if you watched my 2024 recap, so usually every month would have what went well this month and what didn't go so well. So what went well for January: I got promoted to management level, I got in as a technical coordinator at Nexus Scale, I built my startup and um registered my startup. Yeah. Then what didn't go so well: I didn't set any goal until like the third month. Yes, I didn't set any Q1 expectation at all. Then I didn't mention any goal gap from last year. I don't know. I started 2025 on a very strange foot, or on a very strange note, because usually from like the first day, or from like the first day of the month, or from like December, I would just start, like I would have goals already, even if it's just like the first 3 months. But 2025, surprisingly, I was just like, it just felt like I knew what I wanted to do. So I just kept operating with no, like, oh, there's no goal to go back up and to go back on and say, oh, let me take and say, oh yeah, I actually got this done, or I got this on my list. So it was more like after, I think after like the first 3 months, I just went back and I just quickly did this. So yeah, that was what I did. But like from April down to December, yeah, I actually did write some goals down. So then February goes, speaking engagement, brand identity for my startup, IRBA, documentation for the flagship product. It's my first semester essay exams, document my journey on YouTube. Well, luckily for me, it was just everything I did in February that I just wrote down. Remember, I said I didn't really set any goals for the first 3 months. So basically, it was everything I did in February that I just, put down as goals. So what went well this month, that particular month in February, led insightful conversations at Nexus Scale. I read a VA, paid for brand guide for the company. What didn't go so well? Therapy isn't helping. If you watched my 2024 recap, you would understand what I mean by therapy isn't helping, because 2024 was really mentally exhausting. So I started therapy, and I started therapy late 2024, and I said, first 3 months of 2025, it wasn't helping anymore because I didn't get somebody to help me. I didn't get a therapist that would actually get what was really wrong with me. See, yeah. Then I missed therapy sessions. Then also, it felt like I was sliding back into depression. Then March came. The goals for March are team for the starter, bootstrap, apply for more opportunities, seek professional help, exercise and reduce stress levels, consistently post on LinkedIn. Well, again, remember I said for the first 3 months I had no goals. So it's basically just what I did in March that I just put down. So what went well for the month of March: I had an onboarded volunteers. I got my first team for Cyclops Forte. I bootstrapped, no external funding, and I applied for more opportunities because I needed money, apparently. What didn't go so well? My therapist said she couldn't help me and would refer me. Remember that I said I started my therapy late last year, so it was around 2025 February that she was like, oh, by the way, she was the second therapist that I was gonna get. She was like, oh, she can't really help me because she didn't really get what was wrong with me, and what she could do is either manage me or refer me to another clinical psychologist. It was really hard. It was really hard for me because it felt like, wow, like I thought you got me. I mean, all the conversations that we had, everything you're telling me that you couldn't deduce like what was really wrong with me, and you're telling me that you can't help me. I mean, it's I think that really strikes something in you like what's wrong with me, like it's really that bad, like because she was like the second person, and I almost gave up, like ugh, okay, I think I'm just gonna like go ahead with this thing that's really bringing me down, mentally. So yeah, then in March I was really feeling overwhelmed and periods were draining. So April, prepare for my exams, continue building my startup, look for funding, sell my flat really sell my flagship product, bootstrap, collaborate, and foster strategic relationships with other startups. What went well for the month of April? Continue to build my startup as I should. Applied for funding, bootstrapped. What didn't go so well? Didn't collaborate with other startups. Didn't fully prepare for my final exams. Wow, really? Don't let my daddy see this. We didn't get into some programs I applied for. Well, May goals, celebrate my birthday. Oh, I didn't celebrate shit. It's my ACA exams and be chartered. Go for more professional events. Upskilling, prepare to write cert, speaking engagement. What went well this month of May? Celebrated my birthday in my own way. Oh, thank God I was honest because I didn't celebrate anything, but in my own way because I just went out to makeup and that's all. Aced my exams, waiting for results. Open for positive results. Did I tell you guys now? Or we should wait to November? Okay, let me just joke. Spoke this month, yeah. Speaking engagement. What didn't go so well? Didn't exactly go for a more professional event. Anxious and worried, hoping I'll get chartered. You did, babes, you did. You did. You did. Mental health struggles. June goes, mentor more women. Oh, let me tell you about this mentorship thing. Mm. Last year, the first person I mentored was Brenda. This year, I mentored more women, yes. But we're in December, right? And towards the ending of 2025, you guys won't believe I'm mentoring over 20 people. Like, growth. Growth, baby, growth. So proud. Start sending out notices to targeted companies for the flagship product, establish necessary certificates for the startup, have a strategic meeting for the startup, speaking engagement, more streams of income. What went well for the month of June? Talked to a few target users. Yeah, I did. Mentored more women. And then we started building our Cure One. Yeah, our Cure One is the name of our flagship product. It's a trade intelligence platform for fintech and mobile money providers as a starting point. Because in the next few years, we hope to move to other sectors. What didn't go so well in the month of June? Didn't establish certificates for the startup. Didn't speak like a lot of times for June. I didn't really get any speaking engagements in June now. So, July goals. Set a big last 6 months go for you and your brands. Apply for global opportunities. Hit the gym fully. Relocation process must start. You will earn in dollars. Travel, please, for your mental health. So, what went well for the month of July? I set a big goal. Yeah. I applied for global opportunities. I managed my mental health, and what didn't go so well, I didn't travel at all in July. I didn't start any relocation process, and I didn't hit the gym. August goals: retail therapy, apply for more opportunities, professional development, more money making opportunities, solo spa dates, build better business plans to scale the startup. What went well for the month of August? I was invited to speak. Yeah, I think at Code Africa. Hold on to my vision regardless. Let me tell you the reason why I said regardless. It was the month of August that I had issues with my developer. Let me tell you what that boy did. Hmm? He got it was part of my day ones here. I don't want to like go into much more details, but it was part of my day ones here, and we started building the MVP in June, right? Now when we started building the MVP, fine. You probably got busy. You probably got whatever whatnot. The best thing that you can do is to communicate and be like, oh sorry, right now I'm a bit like, my hands are really like quite, full. Is there a way maybe we should bring in somebody, maybe like a junior engineer that can help you? Or I mean, you're my day one and I expected more from you. Like when I mean more, like you're the last person that should be, doing me like this or like this or like this. Like maybe I thought he was my day one and he was just moving like, okay, where's the next paycheck gonna come from? Because not everybody's a startup material. So you could be looking at somebody like, oh, this person and I, we should build something together, or we should like, try to like make sure we get this out there, or try to like make sure we do something that will really last long. And they're just looking at you like, I just wanna like get the bag and leave. I don't really believe in your long term whatever. So it started stalling the project, and my vision is to launch by August. My vision was to launch by August actually. That okay, we'll start building the MVP in June. August latest we're gonna launch. And he kept stalling the project. So I just told him, see, if you know you can't meet up with a goal or with a vision, just push whatever you've done to the GitHub and you're free to go. And he pushed what he has done, and yeah, I had to let him go. So at that point, a lot of other people too were leaving. People were leaving back to back. I think after him, I think 2 to 3 people left. Before him, we had disengaged about 5 people who were like ghost workers to me. Because my first BA left, but she left like properly. Like she was like, oh, she got another opportunity that would warrant her to leave any other thing that she's doing, and she even onboarded a new person. One thing about me, if you're gonna leave with dignity. Like, I mean, communicate, be transparent, and you get nothing but love from me because I get it. I actually understand. Like, it's okay. But if you move like you're some green mamba or something, bro, or black mamba, whatever, green snake under the green grass, I'll treat you just like that. Do you get? So, when my VA left, and she onboarded a new VA, like we onboarded a new VA together, we disengaged ghost workers, so they left with her. Ghost workers, because I mean, I can't start. I'm not the feds, man. I can't start chasing people. Do you get? I'm like, okay, you know what, you guys, thank you very much for your services. My VA is leaving, and I can't manage a lot of people right now. So, and I do not have interest in bringing in any other VA right now. So, you guys will just have to like, all swear yes. And that was what happened. So in August, when the developer did what he did, a lot of other people too left due to one thing or the other. So it just, you know, the MVP is the reason why all of us are gathered here. The product is the reason why all of us are gathered here. So it just felt like I really I don't know. It felt so, should I say, I was exhausted. Let me just put it that way. That's like the simplest thing right now. Like I was just exhausted. I was just like, are we gonna ever get to the end of this? Are we ever gonna build this? Are we ever gonna be able to prove that this is possible? Because this person had not even done anything. He was at onboarding page. That was the last thing that he did. And we can't even deploy yet. He was showing us from his local computer. So it means that we don't even know if this would work. There's really nothing. But I held on. I held on to my vision regardless. And a lot of things happened also in my life, like in other parts of my life, apart from the startup, and it was all around that part. It was all around that month, around that period. And it just felt like everything was crushing. I was still dealing with my mental health. I was still dealing with like a lot of things in my life. Like the only thing that kept me on was just my vision. That God didn't put this in me just for putting it in me sake. Like there has to be a reason. Like there are millions or thousands or billions. Like there are like a lot of ideas that could have that I could have worked on, and it's this one. I mean, it didn't come by chance. It didn't just come for coming sake. There has to be a reason why, and I have to make sure that I really pull through to the end. Because every time I want to give up, there's just something that comes like that ray of light. That, oh yeah, you're not entirely on the wrong path. It might look rough, but you're not entirely on the wrong path. And I'm like, okay, fine. This is my own recap. If I want to talk about the company recap, that's like a different ballgame entirely. It's a different ballgame entirely. If I want to talk about my company recap, it's a different ballgame entirely because I went through a lot as a founder. I went through a lot as as an individual, as somebody, as a woman in her 20s trying to navigate life. So like I've lived like different lives. I'm living different lives because I could be going through a lot right now, and I have to show up as a founder and delegate things, do this, do that. I want this done. Can't show your weakness because you're not in a competition with your team members. So you're not gonna say, oh yeah, if you don't work, I'm not gonna work. You're not the company. You go down, it goes down. At least at this stage. So yeah. So what for the month of August was that I held on to my vision, and it was really tough. Then I re-strategized. If you subscribe to my newsletter, you will see I think December edition, yeah, where I said 90 days of relentless execution. 90 days after what happened in August happened. So meaning that August, September, October, I was still grieving. And was during that, I think ending of October, that I said, you know what, we gotta get shit done. I started building myself again. I started doing all the things I like to do. I started upskilling, not just the company. I was upskilling myself as a founder. We'll get there. So what didn't go so well in August? This is my first time of saying this publicly. A few people knew, or yeah, a few people knew about that anyway. They knew about it, but like this is the first time I'll be talking about it publicly. But I won't go into details anyways. I won't go into details. So number one thing, apart from the fact that my uh developer fucked up, one of the things that actually wrecked me, one of the things that wrecked me in August, was that something happened that actually, remember that I was still dealing with my mental health. Yeah, I was dealing with my mental health, and you know, I had like a very, very, I don't know, tough, traumatic, I don't know, there were a lot of traumatic events, literally, like in my life, basically. So, storm in your life, and there's one part of your life that feels like it's going well. I don't know, like a lot of other parts of your life are not really, they're not in shape. They're not really going well. But there's this part of your life that just seems okay, like you don't really have to worry about it because you're like, at least 99 problems. Maybe one, you're like still there, you're like, still chilled. So on that one part, that feels like it's untouchable. Not like it's untouchable. Nothing is untouchable apparently, but it just feels like at least while other parts of my life are like crumbling, crashing, you seem to like just give me that I'm chilled, go take care of yourself kind of thing. And that particular part now crumbles altogether. We was already crumbling. That was exactly what happened. I'm not gonna go into details like I said, but that was exactly what happened. Other parts of my life are shaky. Eh? But you see that particular rock, I try to like so I do my work to just balance that part that you know what you're not gonna be part of my problem, my bag. So let me just try to do what I gotta do. The one way or the other, mm, it crumbles or it crashes or whatever. That was what happened. I'm not gonna go into details like I said, but yeah, part of things I didn't go so well. So the second one is a lot of people resigned from my startup. Yeah, a lot of my team members, a lot of my volunteers resigned from my startup at that moment in August, and yeah, then my mental health. Oh, it crashed totally. It went from I'm still managing, I'm trying to be better, I'll be fine. It crashed like I couldn't even pick anything up at all. I had emotional flooding. I had I was I was just a mess. I was a mess in August. A mess. Like a very big mess in August. So let's move to September. September goes. I said I was gonna go clubbing. I said I would do a lot of writing in projects. I would target big brands to work with. Remember that I already done or I had already written down my goals at the top by the time of 2025. So yeah, this were like things like I didn't know anything bad or crushing was gonna happen in August. I really thought I think at least things are gonna like chilled. At least that particular part I was still looking to that oh yeah this part no matter what you get. So yeah, I didn't really think that was gonna like you know it caught me unaware. So target big brands to work with and send cold mails, upskilling, buy revenue generating asset, health checkups. Okay, I did that because I think buy revenue generating asset was also in 2024, and I still didn't do that till now. So what went well this month of September? Road and pass to cert. See, this was the beginning of my beast mode. September was the beginning of my beast mode. I think I was testing the water. I was testing my beast. Well, I was already, like trying to, catch up again. So I was testing my beast mode. I'm waiting on my beast mode. I get shit done. I like to be in my beast mode because I get shit done. Then I launched my newsletters. I launched the one for my startup and I launched one for myself. The one for me is called Life of a Founder, and the one for my startup is called Sec Forte. You can check them out on LinkedIn. Then what didn't go so well? I didn't do a lot of writing in projects. I didn't do checkups, and I didn't buy any revenue generating assets. So yeah, October goes. Fully established global scholar. Um, last quarter, so prepare. I like to finish strong actually for last quarter. Then prepare for this in December. That's the thing for me. The masters should be either on or about to start right now. That we start middling. What went well for the month of October? Beast mode. I was in my best mode. Like I did a lot of things that you know. I think I have them ready on my newsletter, on my Medium. That like I can't even like talk about everything here right now, like on the YouTube channel. So yeah. So past two more cert. Then what else went well? I prepared for this in December. What didn't go so well for October? I didn't establish Global Scholar. So Global Scholar is CSR for my startup. It's a CSR for my startup. So it's for driving global opportunities closer to women. And this is gonna be like NGO, but then it's like a part of it's gonna be a part of cycle for tea. So like yeah. Then I also didn't restart modeling. So yeah, nothing much in October. Honestly, October was literally kickstarting my beast mode. Let me just put it that way. I was kickstarting my beast mode. So I'm not surprised that I didn't really do all the things that I wrote, like that I have down here, because I didn't think anything would trigger me in August. Anything would trigger my beast mood in August. So yeah. Then November goes invest in Crossbar Empire. So Crossbar Empire is my first business, and yeah, I did invest in Crossbar Empire actually. I think mid of this year, I started collection, and we have the first collection, Meridian. It's a wide-legged palazzo. Yeah, I think I'm. That's what I'm even wearing right now. Yeah, that's what I'm wearing. Uh, I think I should be able to show you after the end of this video. I should. Then buy my director kit. Um, yeah, I learned directing and filmmaking at Cap Film Academy. That's Korea Flying Productions. Then professional development and networking again, upskilling, find more grants for sponsorship, get your driver's license. So what went well for the month of November? Professional development. Yes, I got chartered. Yeah, apart from professional development and networking, yeah, that's one thing. That's a goal. Then the second thing is I got chartered. Yeah, I passed my ACA exams. Associate Chartered Accountant. You guys looking at it? You're looking at ACA. Mm, it's not easy. It's not wet. It's not easy. So then I also passed. I wrote more certs in November. Then I got admission into WQU, World Conch University. You see, earlier this year I built a financial model from scratch, and since then, um, I got interested in having a career in that sector, like what building didn't go well for November. I didn't find more grants. Actually, what happened? Like I said, um, a lot of goals that I wrote down were much more different from what I eventually did. Like I did much more than I intended to do because of a trigger. Do you understand? I got triggered in August. My beast mode got triggered in August. One thing about me is that I have this out of spite excellence. Like my comeback is always like for me to get better. It's not targeted at anybody. It's not me trying to show. I don't know. Like it's just for me to get better. Like for I do not like to see myself in a mess. I didn't like how how I was in August, and the only thing that could make sense, the only thing that could really make everything come back to normal is for me to get better. So it's always me versus me every time. Then I didn't get driver's license. I didn't buy a director's kit because, like I said, I did a whole lot than I intended to do. December, which we are in, and it's ending tomorrow. So, because they said yet. So, my goals for December are reflection, gratitude, complete some of the unfinished goals. 30 December, prepare for 2026, start writing your goals for 2026. So, yeah, what went well for the month of honestly, a lot of things went well for the month of December because reflection, yes, I've been reflecting. Thank you guys for sticking it to the end with me. So, bye guys. Till next time. I hope you loved watching my videos. So please like.